As we previously discussed, it is important to regularly evaluate safety measures in the context of risk management. In this video, we will further discuss the importance of establishing a reporting system and feedback loop. When an incident occurs and impacts your own safety, it is important to analyze what happened. How can we do that? By collecting more information about the security incidents, what happened, who has been impacted, were there any witnesses, what are the reasons why the incident occurred, are my current safety measures not enough, what could be improved? By understanding the incident's root causes, organizations can update their security plans to address the specific vulnerabilities that they would not consider before. In this module, we will discuss the importance of regularly monitoring the effectiveness and implementation of security measures and how crucial it is for maintaining robust security. One of the best ways for an organization to accomplish this is through establishing a risk management feedback loop to continually assess whether the assumed risk is reasonable and appropriate or whether the situation should be reassessed. How to set up an effective feedback loop. The first step is to establish a comprehensive reporting system to collect data. It's important to create clear protocols for reporting incidents, which should include secure channels and clearly defined terms and deadlines for reporting. The system should incorporate debrief sessions after each incident to gather insights and suggestions. A designated person should be responsible for collecting and organizing all relevant information. Staff should be actively encouraged to report any suspicious activity, either directly to a security officer or via an incident journal. Reports can be submitted via private messaging apps or other collaborative tools chosen by the organization to facilitate prompt and confidential communication. Consider the feedback tools that best meet your needs for strengthening the quality and usability of your feedback data. These tools can also streamline communication and help share findings and recommendations effectively. Options for feedback tools can include various formats and platforms such as checklists, focus groups, templates, forms, questionnaires, charts, graphs, or dashboards. Many of these tools have features and functions that allow you to filter, sort, compare, and interpret insights. After gathering data, it is important to reflect and learn from the incident. This leads us to the second step, the review. Most of the time, a review only works when management or the person responsible for security sets up a dedicated time for the review to take place. The ultimate goal of this review is to assess whether current measures are enough or should be amended in order to reduce the impact of a risk. Of course, upon completion of the review, new safety measures should be developed. The third step is to promote the feedback system. Inform colleagues and team members about how the feedback system contributed to new or better, more suitable safety measures. This will help staff to understand how the feedback system works, make them feel encouraged to contribute to it, and give them ownership of the process. Promoting the feedback system will also ensure that any new measures implemented are responding to specific, concrete needs that are tailored to the organization. While setting up a feedback loop, please keep in mind data protection considerations. What does data protection consideration mean? First, users of the feedback mechanism must be informed about the purpose for collecting their personal information. Users should know how the information will be used and by whom. Users should give consent to the data collection and to any referral of their feedback or complaint to a trusted focal point. If users prefer not to share any personal information, they should be able to submit their feedback and complaints anonymously. When collecting personal information, the data minimization principle should be applied, meaning that we only gather data essential to the purpose of collection. How does the feedback contribute to building tailored safety and security measures? As a part of the risk management methodology, we know how important it is to be able to identify the unique needs of an organization. Staff play a crucial role in providing information. Risk management is a highly collaborative process which requires involvement of all stakeholders. The more consistent and continuous the feedback loop, the better equipped you are to anticipate and manage risks. Regular feedback provides a clearer picture of potential risks, and gathering input from multiple sources on an ongoing basis creates a more comprehensive view of your overall risk landscape. Feedback enables you to understand the root of a problem. Sometimes collecting feedback is the only way to understand whether a measure has been properly adopted or whether the measure is understood by colleagues. Without collecting feedback, you may assume a new measure isn't fit for purpose, but in reality, it simply hasn't been adopted or promoted enough. Of course, good feedback and reporting systems are very effective, but it is important to also rely on other sources of information to update your safety measures. Information and insights shared within global security networks, intelligence, and media monitoring are all important sources of information to regularly take into account while updating safety measures. Remember that there are always risks which are less predictable than others. Many organizations have developed some resilience plans to ensure business continuity in case of major incidents. Here are some tips that you may want to explore when tailoring safety measures to your needs. Scalable solutions. Choose solutions that can grow and adapt with your organization. Include a crisis management section in your plan to mitigate crises and shortcomings identified by evaluation. Focus on proactive measures rather than reactive responses. In this video, we have shown how a feedback loop and continuous reporting contributes to improving risk management. By analyzing incidents, continuously updating the plan, monitoring effectiveness, establishing a robust reporting system, and implementing customized safety and security measures, your organization can stay ahead of emerging threats. Thank you for watching and stay safe.